Today I'm going to be discussing the different environmental effects on your mental health. Have you ever been told just to clean up your room or just to go outside when you're upset so make yourself feel better? Turns out that there actually might be a little bit more evidence to support this than you think. My name is Kylie and I'm going to be talking about how your physical surrounding environment has an effect on not only your physical but your mental health as well, and how important it is to be aware of this. Looking back on where you spent most of your time growing up, whether that be at school, in a desk, at work, or in your neighborhood, at your house, this all includes the factors that take a role in your developing mental health. Some more notable examples include people's culture, their values, their climate, so many more things that I will be getting into. Now, a person's physical environment includes more than that. It also includes the air you breathe, the water you drink, the way you get around, and the people you're surrounded by. One notable example is in the Newport Institute article where they did a study on how sunlight exposure specifically, can help improve your health overall. Now, the study showed how light exposure found patients who were placed in a room with a window, the view of sun and trees and just the outside world, actually healed faster than those who didn't get that room with the window view and the sunlight exposure. Now, this directly was shown to prove that the lack of sunlight that so many people today have leads to stress and anxiety. A person's home is not the only place that can have these. A great example, again, is school, where there actually can be negative and positive impacts. Some more of these negative ones is that overwhelming sense of too much work, too much studying, that so many students feel. That 60.7 strongly agree with having to receive that overwhelming feeling of the amount of work. And bullying was also a number one factor of negative impacts from school. On the other hand, a lot of people feel that school was this escape from especially the poverty cycle that is very common in today, and it was an escape to get out of home situations and to find those social relationships where you couldn't. Another great example of this environmental exposure is air pollution. In the National Library of Medicine, the risk of exposure to pollution is significantly higher in today's population and increases the chance of physical illness while including mental illnesses such as dementia, depression, anxiety. A more recent and relatable example is the pandemic or COVID-19. Some articles like to say that these distress reactions will lead to behaviors such as insomnia, substance abuse, family conflicts, this feeling of just like negativity all around. And a lot of the charts here will talk about the red showing the mild symptoms and the blue being the more severe, feeling stressed and anxious and worried about the future, bored and lonely, and that sense of isolation, giving too much time alone, that strain in relationships, and many other symptoms that plenty have felt over the past 4 years. Ultimately, there are so many articles and studies out there to prove that an individual's environment truly does hold this impact on their mental health status, and it is important to keep this in mind when you surround yourself with the people and the places that you do, because they really do hold this influence on your mind and your body overall.